Hello everybody. Today's video is about being a digital marketer as a beginner. The reason for this is because my friend's son approached me and asked me if there's a potential or if there is a great growth in the field of digital marketing. And obviously, since I do it and I'm doing it really well, I was quick to praise him and said, yes, this field is growing, it has a lot of potential for growth, and there's room for everybody. AI has come, it has been a challenge, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm gonna give this for the next 20 to 25 minutes, depending on how long I can stretch this video. I'm gonna tell you how to start, how to be a beginner in digital marketing. This applies to both businesses who want to jump into it and beginners who are interested in learning about digital marketing, or anybody who's just curious about how it works. You have a small shop and you want to see if it's going to work for you. And with that, we'll get started. So before we go far, let's talk about advertising in general. In the past, we had TV, we had newspapers, we had radio, we had billboard magazines, and once or twice flyers in the streets. These are still there, but they're not as effective as they used to. They don't reach as many people as they used to in the past, and very few people pay attention to them as much as they do. Because of the internet, and then because of YouTube, because of streaming services, we are slowly moving away from TV, from cable TV. We're using paid services, streaming services, HBO, Netflix, Hulu. And in terms for radio obviously, unless you're not like me, I use a lot of Spotify and Apple Music, but mostly Spotify. When it comes to newspapers and magazines, all that these days is found online. So in fact, I have a running subscriptions to a couple of magazines. So we have all moved from traditional marketing to digital marketing. It's the new future. If you look at the numbers, it's been growing every year by a couple of billion. Facebook, Google have been making a killing out of there. On the flip side, newspapers, they're still relevant right now, because when there's some news, you still go back to them to confirm something, but their profits have been declining. So basically, the future is digital. Pretending we're in class and I'm your lecturer, professional, ill-equipped, not well-trained lecturer, I'm going to tell you what is digital marketing. Digital marketing is the process of promoting your business through online channels. This could be website, social media, using influencers, and lastly, email, not forgetting mobile apps. Unlike traditional media, which I mentioned earlier, this allows you to connect with your audience quickly, and you can get measured results. The main advantage of digital marketing is that you get feedback as soon as possible, and you can make changes even faster, as opposed to other forms of digital marketing. So the main purposes of digital marketing is to attract, engage, and convert. This is attract potential clients, engage the same potential clients, and then lastly is to make them your business. Or rather, the main purpose of digital marketing is to attract your audience, engage with potential clients, and lastly convert them to be your actual clients. So why is digital marketing so powerful? Digital marketing is such an amazing tool because everybody's online right now. 90% or 80% of people are using their phones right now to connect, to browse, and consume media, and that's where you want to be. It's very cost effective. You can start with a very small budget to test things out. You can do a medium budget to be more effective, and if you have a bigger budget, then yes, this will work for you as well. Very cost effective. If you have a small budget, it can work for you. If you have a huge budget, it can also work for you. And also, with regards to the other forms of media, you don't have to spend as much. Another point why digital marketing is so amazing is ability to track. You can tell where every dollar went in terms of clicks, in terms of conversion, in terms of actual sales in your business. You can follow up to see how your money was spent, where it was spent, and how people got to your business. Lastly, you compete. Digital marketing is so brilliant in that since everybody is online, including your competitors, you compete on value rather than price. You're able to have an opportunity to educate your audience, to work with your audience, tell them what you do, what you don't do, and to give them the value they're looking for. Digital marketing works for nearly all businesses. If you're a school looking to enroll new students, if you are a tourism company looking for clients, yes, if you're an e-commerce business wanting to expand your customer base, digital marketing works for everybody. There are very few instances where you are not able to work or sell using digital marketing. And a couple of myths that are there that keep people from jumping into the digital marketing field is it's only for tech companies. You need to have a lot of money to start. Another myth is it's too complicated for a small business. And lastly is that there are no results. There are results in this thing and there's no hype. Now that you've understood what digital marketing is, what it does and what it cannot do, let's talk about the types of digital marketing. There is social media marketing. This involves using social media platforms. This is your meta products, that is Facebook and Instagram, WhatsApp included, your YouTubes, your TikTok, your LinkedIn. All these are social media platforms where you connect with your users. Well, why is it good for you or your business? It is free to start. Most of your customers are already there. It's great for building communities and follow-up. Social media marketing is amazing for small brands. If you're selling clothes, if you're a retail shop, if you're selling even property, social media is one of the best ways of getting in touch and converting your clients. Another form of digital marketing is search engine optimization, and this, in a nutshell, is bringing your website to be seen by Google and bring it to the front page of Google, where you want everybody who's looking for your services to get you as soon as possible. The benefits of search engine optimization is once you get to the top of the page, you stay there longer, and it gives you visibility as well as credibility. There are a couple of tour companies that I've worked with, and if you type for tours and travel, you'll see the companies that appear there are the ones that I've worked with personally. Another form of digital marketing is search engine marketing, which also borders on Google, and this is Google Ads in terms of paid ads. We know that Google SEO takes a while, it can even take forever, and it's a long-term process. But if you want quicker and faster results, then Google Ads are the way to go. The benefit for this is, number one, instant results. Number two, instant sales. Number three, because of the levers and the functionality of Google Ads, you can do a lot. Like, for example, shopping ad images helps you see your video or your image when somebody searches for your product, and they can easily click to buy. YouTube video ads are also a very good example of quick reach and quick returns. Another form of digital marketing is email marketing. This is when you have people's emails, or you have access to people's emails, of course, through consent, and they are agreeing to receive communication from you. This is an amazing way because it has found to be the most cost-effective way to market to clients, and for the longest period of time. The email success rate is way higher than what other platform gives you, and way cheaper than what you're paying for in other forms or ways. Content marketing, also another branch of digital marketing. It involves blog posts, videos, guides, infographics, and the purpose of content marketing is to educate your audience, to entertain your audience, and to inform your audience. Through content marketing, you can move your clients or your audience from top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel through a smooth, transitional, careful, well thought out strategy that gives you amazing results. So, why is it good, or why do people use it? It builds trust, it builds authority, and more importantly, it educates the buyers on value, and you don't have to compete on price anymore. Another form of digital marketing is influencers. We cannot forget influencers. Influencer marketing is, in a nutshell, looking for celebrities or well-known people in society to represent your brand and to push your product. Well, this has worked well for a number of companies. In my experience, I don't go for large influencers. I use micro influencers, and I'm able to get incredible results. Lastly, we talk about websites. Obviously, the foundation or the bedrock of digital marketing is having a website where people can come to you. A website is like the front door of your business online, and people can see what you're doing, what you're selling, who you are, and how to get in touch with you. Digital marketing is not only about email, social media, paid ads, and everything. The most important thing in digital marketing is the audience, or basically converting your client into a customer. And we cannot forget or throw away a marketing principles, and we have to follow all the stages of marketing in order to ensure that you're getting value for money. So, or rather, you're not wasting money. There is here are the stages, mostly 5: the awareness stage, interest stage, consideration, conversion stage, and lastly, loyalty. Awareness is how they discover your brand, your product, or service, either through social media, either through Google Ads, either through SEO. Interest is when they know your business, and now they're moving down the stage, and they're keenly looking at what you can provide, comparing your services. Consideration is when they are really, really down the buying cycle, and they know what they want. They know the amount of money they know the amount of money they're gonna spend and how much your offer is, and if they're gonna pull the trigger and buy with you. Following that is the conversion stage, is when they actually buy your product or services and become your customers rather than being clients or potentials. And loyalty is the best part, which is, again, when they come back to buy your product over and over again, they are frequent buyers or frequent flyers for your product. So why does this matter? This is very important because you can never skip the human element in digital marketing. Although you're in front of your computer, although you're in front of your phone, although you're pushing products or pushing content out, you never forget why you're doing it. You're doing it for the customer. You're doing it for your consumer. You're doing it for your potentials. If you don't follow the customer journey or the customer, so why does the buying cycle matter, or why does the marketing cycle matter? It matters because at the end of the day, you're selling to individuals, you're selling to human beings, and human beings don't like being sold to, but they like buying. So through moving them through the cycle from top of the funnel to bottom of the funnel, it should be agreements from point A to point B, and they should not feel coerced, or they should not feel like they should feel like they're getting value. So the reason for awareness is this is content that grabs their attention. This can be through either ads or just general content that you post. Interest stage, this is where you provide value in terms of educational posts, or tell them what your product or service can and cannot do. At the consideration phase, This is where you provide answers to the questions that they have, dispel any myth, overcome any objection. During conversion, this is where we all want all our business is, all our clients to be. And this is when they take the actual action to press the buy now button, call you, and become your customer. And loyalty, like I said, best part ever. When they come back to buy your product, this is through remarketing to them. This is through getting in touch with them through WhatsApp or social media. Right, so a real life example is, let's say somebody sees your post on TikTok or Instagram, they save your product, they save your page, they come back again and look at what you talk about in your social feeds. Let's say you're selling gardening services, so they see a beautiful garden in one of the posts in the awareness stage, in the consideration stage, so at the interest stage, you teach them how you did your gardens, how you manicure, how you take care of the gardens. Consideration stage is where you will answer questions about they're having about how to keep their gardens clean or as good looking as yours. This is where you show them what pesticides you use, maybe what fertilizers you use, just generally anything. And then when it comes to conversion is when they actually pick up the phone, they call you or fill a lead in your website to ask booking for an appointment. And then loyalty stage is when they use you for months and months and months to come. So that is why we have done the tools, you've done a customer journey, and the next thing we need to talk about is how you bring all of them together to form a perfect strategy for your business, like the most perfect strategy. Right, so here are a few questions you're going to ask yourself is, number one, who are you trying to reach? So who needs the offer? That's the first question you'll ask yourself. Number two, where do they spend their time? Number three, what problems are they trying to solve? This is more part of the buyer persona. And on your part as a business, you have to ask yourself is like, what do you want them to do when they see your offer or they see your content? Do you want them to visit your website to know more about your business? Do you want them to fill a contact form, whether it's on your website or on social media? Do you want them to call your business to get your phone ringing every so often? And lastly, do you want them to follow your social media pages? And if you're to, the third thing you should think about is the message you're trying to share. What your actual call to action or what your actual posts are or your ads will be. Like for example, if you're a laundry business and you're looking for more laundry clients, you'll be asked, your message would be like, are you tired of doing your laundry? Is your laundry clean? Do you have specific items that needs special care? Specific types of clothes that need special care? You do that. After getting your actual message, your messaging, the next thing you think about is what's best or which platform to use, because you have to know each platform has a different way you communicate and how users interact and where your clients are, your potential clients are. So you think about Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp, your meta properties. You have your Google search. Are you gonna do SEO or ads? Are you gonna do email marketing? Are you gonna go for videos in terms of Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube to see how best to reach your target audience? If you decide to use the social media way to get your clients, you would have to think about your content calendar and your content strategy, where you post maybe every day of the week from Monday to Friday, and Monday's post could be educational, Tuesday's post could be testimonial, Wednesdays could be educational, Thursdays could be throwback, Friday could be entertaining videos just to get people laughing. And with all this, you need time to track learn and adjust, because you have to see what's working, what's not working, then you adjust to work to get the best results. Before you start your digital marketing journey, you have to envision your success. At the end of the day, what are you trying to look at? What are you trying to get? What is your end goal? So here are a couple of things that could be forms of success. Like, for example, increased visibility. Your brand will be seen everywhere. If you're trying to get things like more followers, you're trying to get more traffic to your business, you're trying to get more people talking about you or calling your business. Another thing you're going to get in terms of success is continuous engagement. This is in form of likes, shares, comments, replies to emails, clicks to your website, and downloading content. Another form of success would be inquiries and leads. This is when somebody calls your business or gives you their information through your website or through social media. And then lastly, biggest form of success is when somebody converts and actually becomes your actual client. Past conversion, the same clients are going to be your biggest supporters. They can be your referrals, get you more business off social media or off the internet through word of mouth. You can get them to give you positive reviews on the social websites. And lastly, they can give you content. They can provide content in terms of how they've used your product or services to get better results, with which you can post on your social media. Another way of seeing success is your business is going to grow over time. You will start with one client, go to 10 clients, go to 20 clients, go to 100 clients. For as long as your business is running and you're using digital marketing, there is leaps and bounds in terms of exponential growth. I don't know why that word is using today. Right, so what success is not? Success is going viral. Viral is not a strategic or a plan of working. It only works every so often, but that should not be your goal. Number two, having thousands and thousands of followers and no clients and no business. Number three is having a lot of content without anybody engaging with it. So how do you measure your goals? You measure your goals or your success using SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Okay, specific is going to get let's say 500 visitors to your website. Measurable, you want out of the 500 you want 20 leads from the web visitors. Achievable, this is done through posting 3 or 4 times a week on social. Relevant is the posts that I put on social media, they are relevant for my business. And then lastly, timely bound is I want to do this in a space of a week, 2 weeks, or a month. In conclusion, digital marketing is not rocket science. Anybody can do it, because if I can do it, it's a testament that anybody can do it. I'm not saying it's super easy, but I'm also not saying that it is very difficult. Anybody can do it. Just give it time, learn from your mistakes, and let's enjoy this journey together. And with that, I would say have a good day, good evening,